Moving to Panama with pets? Oh my God, that's a biggie. People who know us at Arco know that we're full-on pet-friendly, pet lovers, dog lovers. For many, many, many years, our best sales agent was called Chispa. You could come in and Chispa would like absolutely smell you, qualify you, decide if you were going to live in Casco or not based on the number of cookies you would bring for Chispa. Chispa got fat. Oh my God, I never traveled with Chispa because personally I always thought, oh my God, I will never be able to go through the paperwork. The whole thing about getting a passport for the dog and filling out forms for the dog, it made me nervous. So in a way, that's why I'm making this video, and I got my research. And I asked some clients who have done it with their pets. They said at the beginning, you know what, a couple of years ago, it used to be quite complicated. Now they find out that as long as you follow the instructions in the websites that we're going to link below, it's going to be fine. So there are two big, areas where you have to really, really pay attention. Number one is the steps, the forms. You have to really go through it and make sure that you send the email, you fill out the forms and all that. But the other one is to understand for your specific airline what are their requirements for that pet to travel with you in the cabin or even to be down below. Because the carriages are not all the same. Everybody thinks, oh well, it's just one of the carries, and it happens that it's not accepted by the airline. So in this video, while we're going to talk a little bit about generalities of how you do things, the most important thing I want to tell you is go to these two links and follow the instructions and read it all so that you know for your pet, for your situation, what's the best. So, section 1, paperwork. I could not do it, my God. You do have to get a certificate of good standing from a certified veterinarian wherever you live. You might need to know that most documents, any official document that you're bringing to Panama, frankly, you need to notarize it and apostille it. So make sure that you go to a Panamanian consulate and you authenticate the document and you apostille the document. Wherever you are, it might be $30 for the authentication. It depends. Some people live in places where they don't have a Panamanian consulate or an embassy, but Panama does require both things. So that is not only for pets, it's also for just general documentation that you're sending. When you're sending things to Panama, do not use the national mail. Please. I know it might be different in your country of origin. In Panama, we don't do that. Use FedEx, use a private service where you have your tracking, when you understand where it is, and it arrives to the hand. We do not have a mailing system in Panama where there's like a mailman coming from like house to house. That doesn't exist here. So please, this is extremely important. Don't just send it to a normal mail. It's a big no. Now, there are online forms that you need to send and you need to fill out. And there's an email for MINSA. MINSA is the Ministry of Salud. You need to email those. Make sure you print the form, you keep the email that you sent, so you have a backup, but do send it, and in the link below you'll find exactly where the form is and the right address, which is cam@minsa.gov.pa. But just so you know, because you'll need that when you arrive to the airport as well. Upon arrival to Tocumen Airport, there's a department called Zoonosis Control, so that document is going to arrive there. There is a fee for the home quarantine, and it's about $130. I recommend you pay cash because I don't know that they can take anything else. So make sure you have cash with you. And also, they do have a schedule, according to this website, which was the embassy website, the US Embassy website for this type of procedure. The schedules for the ministry are anywhere between Monday to Sunday from 8 in the morning to 10 p.m. So make sure that, you know, it's kind of there. Everybody has a different flight, a different circumstance, so make sure that if you're flying with your pet, it's kind of there. Also, you'll have to basically have different records. You need to have the vaccine records for the pet, your exportation certificate, I think we talked about it. Okay, the pet's arriving in kennels of bag, doing the paperwork, it can't be taken out. So again, once you arrive there, it's going to be a little bit of a process and patience, but as long as you follow everything that the website said, our client said, it's going to be fine. Just make sure that you fill everything out, you send the emails, you keep the copies, and you have the authenticated documentation from a certified veterinarian. So that's one section. The other section is airlines. I don't know where you're flying from. Copa Airlines flies from everywhere. Plays commercial here for Copa Airlines. They do allow small dogs in cabins. I don't think they allow dogs in executive class, in first class. So make sure to ask sizes, and again, the type of carrier. They don't tend to like the carriers like that is, they're all like those iron cages basically. It's probably better to have the plastic ones with the breathers and then the door. But ask specifically, and even if you have to ask for a photo or something, there are websites that even give you like, this is the right one. So we're gonna be linking those there. Make sure that the carrier has the right dimensions that they want. Every airline seems to have a different story. So I don't know what size you're traveling with and if they will even let you carry it on cabin with you. I know that for Chispa, I mean, she did get to be 65 pounds. So I wasn't even sure. It's like, oh, it's like my baby, can I carry her with me? It's like the poor dog, you know. She would have happily been on her own chair. And then there's a whole world of whether you can get the animal as support animal and what does that mean if they even allow that. So carrier by carrier, airline by airline, wherever you're flying from is going to be different. So again, my most important message to you in this video is go to the links that we're gonna put in this description and do read and make sure you have everything you need for your trip. See you here.